Welcome to the HerbmanT podcast. I'm trying to think of a different intro. I got welcome to the HerbmanT podcast, and I am your host, HerbmanT. But I got nothing. I guess I just did the old one. Again, welcome to the HerbmanT podcast. Hope all is well. And if it isn't, let's get it to where it is well. Today's topics, I'm going to talk about herbs for the liver, herbs to promote circulation, and much more. All right, as always, if you want to support the podcast, did I hook this up? Here we go. There we go. Okay. If you want to support the podcast, head over to HerbmanT.com. Get an ebook, get some merch, or you can become a Patreon member. Got two tiers, one for $7 a month, another for $30. Of course, each tier you have some bonuses in them. Also, join Patreon to get early access to my podcast. I'm not sure what episode of the podcast this is, but whichever episode this is, once it is released to the public, I can guarantee you there will be about 10 episodes released ahead of this one that is already up on Patreon. Full disclosure, the goal is to record about 100 episodes in 30 days. Dun, dun, dun. So far, I am on the right track to doing that. Also, again, if you missed last episode, I was talking about an article I found that was talking about organopeel or a peel, basically a coating they are going to start to put on the fruit. Well, they have already begun to put, began to put this stuff on fruits, which I see to be harmful. So definitely go check out that episode. All right, so first question, going back to, responding to questions or comments. So comment here, thanks for sharing these tips. Can you advise, I think I just burped. Can you advise what herbs to use to clean your liver and gut? All right, so the liver is a part of your digestive system, so I would suggest balancing the entire digestive system using foods and herbs. The foods would be fruits, berries, and melons. When you're talking about herbs, you have an herbal category known as hepatics. Under that, you have herbs that can affect the liver in different ways, such as cholagogues, being able to promote bowel flow, choleretics, being able to promote bowel volume, as well as hepatoprotectives, herbs that will work to protect the liver. Now, so they mentioned cleaning the liver, right? So a great herb that can be used to help clean the liver or promote detoxification in the liver would be red clover blossoms. Now, I don't know if the liver has a different lymphatic system when compared to the rest of your body, but whenever you start to move lymph, let's say in the liver, you're going to be moving lymph everywhere in the body. The lymphatic system is systemic. I don't think there is a acute herb, I could be wrong, a herb that is specific only to moving the waste out of the liver, and that's it, because the red clover blossoms will promote the movement of lymph all throughout the body. It may have an added bonus effect on the liver. It may have a bitter action as well, but it definitely has a alterative action, and that is a fact. You have red clover herb, you have red clover blossoms. I found that the red clover blossoms are stronger and more effective. But you also have herbs that have a cholagogue action, and I believe those would be Oregon grapefruit, burdock root, and dandelion root. Oregon grapefruit can also help to strengthen the liver's function. So when talking about cleaning the liver, you're not only going to want to, let's say, move the waste out, but you're going to want to promote the liver's function, because it could be weak after having an accumulation of waste in the liver. No, I don't see anything about red clover having a bitter action, but it is considered to be a nutritive, sedative, so it can help to relax the nerves, antispasmodic, reduce spasms. But yeah, nothing about it being a bitter. Yeah, I didn't think it was, but it's always good to have a good, material medical or resources you can refer to, just to brush up on some things. Again, so when talking about cleaning the liver, essentially you're going to be cleaning everything in the body. So yes, you have red clover blossoms. That's going to promote the movement of lymph, but also you want to make sure you have herbs for your kidneys, because if there's some type of cellular waste in your liver, yes, some of it can be released into your colon or small bowels, then leads into your colon or goes into your colon. But I'm betting on that the majority of your cellular waste that is found in the liver will be moving out through the lymphatic system, being dumped into the kidneys. And if that is true, you will want herbs that have a diuretic action, such as burdock root, cleaver's herb, and corn silk. So diuretic action will be the main takeaway. And you have relaxing diuretics, stimulating diuretics, herbs that have diuretic actions and cleansing actions, herbs that have antilytic actions as well, which means to break up kidney stones. Let me just double check. Oh, no. Is that the wrong thing? It said antilytic are often lymphatic decongestants or blood thinners. All right, maybe I said the wrong thing. Yeah, no. I was right. Antilytic action. I was right to mundo. Yeah, and then you mentioned cleaning gut, right? Cleaning the gut as well. Herbs used to clean your liver and gut. Yeah, so when talking about cleaning the gut, of course, you want to make sure it is moving and functioning properly, right? The autonomic nervous system is involved in your gut's functions, and this links back to your adrenal glands. So you will want to take adaptogens to help promote your adrenal glands function in combination with the diuretics. If your kidneys become weak, your adrenal glands will become weak as well, eventually, and vice versa. So, but the autonomic nervous system, when it pertains to your gut, is involved in its involuntary muscle contraction. So when it is moving this fecal matter out, when it is moving your digestive juices or digested liquid through your small bowels, the autonomic nervous system is at work, because again, it involves your involuntary muscle contractions. So, and the reason I'm bringing up the function of these tissues is because after you clean them, or while you're cleaning them, you're also going to be focusing on their function. If they have poor function, they're just going to get dirty again, and then you have to clean them again. So, but laxatives can be used to help clean the colon. I'm sure most people are familiar with that term. You have herbs that can be used to reduce inflammation. They have a demulcent action, and these would be some herbs that have a demulcent action would be slippery elm bark, marshmallow root, and licorice root. So it's on one end, you want to make sure the gut isn't inflamed. You want to make sure waste is moving out, and that's just for the gut. But understand that there are other organs involved before the food, you can say, enters the gut. So you have the stomach that's involved. You have the liver, pancreas, and gallbladder that are also involved. And if they are not functioning properly, it's going to make this food or this waste difficult to move out through the bowels, which can lead to the bowels, let's just say, being dirtied up again, which can then start to put more pressure on your appendix. And then before you know it, you lose your appendix, and now you got a whole host of other problems, a lot of infections going on as well. So bitter herbs can be used to promote the liver and pancreas' function. The hepatics can be used for the liver and pancreas. The marshmallow root and slippery elm bark are good for the entire gastrointestinal tract. Herbs for the adrenal glands are great for the entire gastrointestinal tract. So esophagus, stomach, small and large bowel. But most importantly, really, I would say at this point, herbs are as equally as important as foods, fruits, berries, and melons. You want to make sure you are consuming foods that are easily digested by the body. The body wants simplicity. The body wants simple sugars, which are carbohydrates. Simple sugars. The body wants amino acids. You can find amino acids in your fruits, berries, and melons, or even your tender leafy greens. Yeah, so I hope that helps. All right, question. Hi, sir. Is there any suggestions for me to eat healthy food, morning, lunch, and dinner? Thanks. Yeah. When you're talking about healthy, you got to think holistic. Also understand what is the body designed to eat, right? So when you're looking at the composition of mother's milk, you will find that it is mostly water. After that, you'll find it has carbs. Below carbs, you'll find fats. Below fats, you'll find proteins. So based on, the composition of really mature mother's milk, you'll find that you want to consume foods that contain mostly water. And those would be your fruits. And when you're first starting off on, eating more fruits, you want to do fruits in the morning, fruits at night, and you could say a cheat meal in the afternoon. But if you want to really pick up the healthy lifestyle or the whole lifestyle, see how long you can go on 100% fruit, and while you're doing the fruit, use some herbs as well, just to make sure, detoxification or the elimination of your waste is I want to say being sped up, but you want to make sure your eliminatory organs are functioning properly and working optimally. And these would be your kidneys, your colon, as well as your skin. What about poor circulation? Yeah, so when dealing with poor circulation, a lot of it is because of waste has accumulated in areas. And because this waste has accumulated, well, the reason for its accumulation is because your kidneys got weak, which then made your lymphatic system sluggish, and now you have a poor circulation problem. But herbs that can be used to help increase or promote circulation throughout the body. Ginkgo leaf is an herb you can look into or observe. Gotu kola, and ginkgo leaf and gotu kola can help for circulation all throughout the body. You have hawthorn. That is great for the heart, great for strengthening the arteries. You also have goji berries, another good herb that can help to strengthen the arteries. You have rosemary that can be used to promote circulation to the head. And then you have horse chestnut, which can be used to promote circulation to your lower limbs. But you won't only want to use herbs for just circulation or the circulatory system or the cardiovascular system. You also want to throw in herbs for the lymphatic system, herbs for those kidneys as well. And again, circulation to, you want to eliminate the waste. 3 organs to focus on really when getting rid of this waste: kidneys, colon, skin. But when you're doubling down on cellular and metabolic waste, you want to make sure you're focusing on your kidneys as well as your skin. All right, last question. Where can you get these herbs for kidneys? Yeah, so local health food store. Start there. If you live in the United States, you can just easily Google where to buy herbs, and you should be able to find a plethora of places. I know in South Africa, I just talked about it. There's a site called Take a Lot. In the U.S., you have tons. You have Bulk Herb Store, Star West Botanicals, Mountain Rose Herbs. I know Mountain Rose Herb sells tinctures, so pre-made formulas. But yeah, just, if anything, start at your local health food store and see what the locals have to offer. And that will conclude my show. And one thing I forgot. So if you want to support the podcast, head over to my site, www.HerbmanT.com. You can head over to patreon.com/HerbmanT, and you can also cash at me, money sign HerbmanT, just the letter T. Again, that was money sign HerbmanT, just the letter T. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, and or night. Peace.